That was also an attorney.
Already.
Yes, I very specific criteria for my beastkin legal help.
What, they have poop on a newspaper?
What was that? Newspaper?
What, they got poop on a newspaper?
I don't have any birds that we're trying to get.
There you go.
You can get a flamingo.
All right. So anyway, so there's some land, basically it costs us 50 gold. And I can't read the rest of this thing.
There's a bunch of stuff happening in Gothic. There's a bunch of desertions.
I'm still working on number 3.
So
here.
hold on, let's finish note 3 and see where that left off. So we got the first half of it figured out. There's land we can buy for 50 gold. They marked it on a map somewhere and maybe gave that to Mr. Kangaroo.
We did something of digging.
Oh, the map's there. It's included.
If you decide to throw your finding at this, he advised that it's dark, will require heavy machines. All right, need equipment and lights and all that shit. Retain the item. I have retained the item given to me.
That's fine.
Here,
Well, do we want to throw 50 gold at it to buy it? Then we could always come back to it.
yeah, if I understand it correctly, it might be worth it. All right, so that's note 3. Let me just make a little note here of which ones we should follow up on right away.
It's always been my fondest hope, Ralph, to run a campaign where, you know, in the video Gundam style, when they're coming out of the warehouse and the fans are blowing paper and shit off them. Imagine instead of paper, plots. They're just trying to walk and do their own thing, and they're just...
I was talking to Vince about that yesterday. One of the next things he kind of needs to learn is to do kind of breadcrumbs and leave multiple trails for players to follow. You know, just expand on.
The rule of 3, sir. Rule of 3. 3's work for so much shit. It works in comedy. It works in plots. It works in other shit. Planning. Yeah. If you guys ever get time, we could do like a gamer talk or something where we coach Vince on different shit. I'd be happy to do that. Have Vince prepare some questions and stuff like that. It's like homework, but for your hobbies. Ooh,
Notice from
homeschool.
Darius to all within the embassy. Let's see. Guards around San Angeles, beware of the many forest creatures who are not acting in a natural manner. They're acting oddly. Known for attacking humans. Or normally ones not attacking humans have been. Darker than normal ones. Eyes glow red. Okay. Some goose wants funding for his project.
Kind of sounds like the Wild West, if you ask me.
Business card attached. Aromatherapy, retrophrenology, Dr. Mel, the inventor, weapons designer, innovator, inventor, world changer. Petting zoo, chicken rentals. Yeah, sounds like a real polymath. A real Renaissance goose.
He sounds like somebody else I know.
Is he French?
No, but he does have an accent.
One day we might figure out who it is. Right, Red?
A Rittenhouse miners. The miners that helped clear the sewers want to talk to McKay. There's people. They want to dig a hole somewhere but need permission or funding. Right. Who knows what the hell Note 10 says? It's a note to McKay, something about women's panties. Here's another one that can't be read. One of our Gugs discovered something in Burlington 2.0. Don't know anything about that. Cleanse. Investigate. Signed Shiv. Or something. Zyke said odd stuff going on in the weapons and armor row district. A lot of monsters seem to have gone away. Has there been a lot of monsters in Gothic lately? I thought they were all relegated, like the ogres and stuff that used to be slaves were all relegated to that one district, Logan.
It's been a while since you've been there, sir.
But I mean, the whole last season, I thought they all like
last season, yes,
were like they had disappeared or.
That information as of last season was correct. Who knows what the shadow knows?
So, yeah, so in the webinar at night, there are reports of a strange ghostly mooing. So there's a ghost cow. Wanted to get more details, but to be frank, it seemed to freak out my guys. Compile a list of businesses within that district and do a walk around. They found nothing odd. Shots, Babington's Mercenary Guild, restaurants, warehouse. Noises. That was Stikey talking about that.
Give me a evidence analysis roll, by the way, on that.
I'm slowly decoding Note 10.
Well done.
Now you can see the first sentence.
Okay, made the evidence analysis.
Excellent. I just want to double check something here to make sure that I am correct on something. Let's see. Gothic. The thing that strikes you about that is that weapons and armor row in Gothic is the same small district that Clems is in. Hence, if something bad happened, like if that place blows up, it could take out the Clems, which would put a big crimp in the Golden Wattle. Just FYI. Huge crimp, actually.
we need to teach these people how to write, like, not in cursive or.
That's how they wrote in the old days before they had computers and shit. Oh, it's horrible, dude. But you know, in some campaigns, you get stuck with GMs doing character replacement things, like for runes or something, and then you got to figure out this equals E and all. It's like that, but a little easier.
Let's see here. Bring up my map.
Welcome to lots of plots, plus other plots are going on. Plus, these plots have other plots going on, and there's other plots that are coming in and doing things. And as a side helping, plots.
We ignore them all and go bowling.
As actually happened a few times in the game. I am. This is one of the new things that I'm trying out, because you know it's not like a drip feed. Then it's like a what's important to me feed.
So I got the first sentence for the most part for Note 10. Is it accurate? Maybe.
Well done. I think they already translated that one though.
All right. First word sort of looks like Netherlands. Unsure. I have no idea what the next word is. The word after that looks like way. He negated that something odd seems to have gotten E T. And I'm not sure if there was an A at the end of the word or if the next word is A. The blank in the wilderness.
So, guys, this is how Vince usually talks, and we actually call it Vincenese. This is him trying to carry on a conversation, like when he's trying to talk to us. We have my wife and I. We have like no idea what Vince is telling us. Like, yeah, okay, have fun. And it's like we're like, what did he just say? We have no idea what Vince walks in and tells us, and he wanders away happy.
Nobody can understand teenagers. That's part of the deal.
The important thing is that he's happy.
Well,
Exactly.
Yeah, the bad news is that these days, according to what I'm hearing from people, he'll be with you for about another 15 years. So you've reached the halfway point.
Nope, we already got plans to move out on him. As soon as 2 out of the 4 are 18, we're moving.
Oh,
landlord could just evict them then.
You're gonna run away from home. Okay, I like it.
You guys are mean. No,
Yep.
did I really say it that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid you did.
We're just gonna have a nightfall party and move. Go boom.
Yeah, I'm checking my old map, and there used to be a restaurant there. Even in the past, it was rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a cow.
No, take a card for having notes and shit. Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
The Slaughterhouse.
Wow, I'm impressed.
But I have to disagree with you here, Vince, on Note 10. This is clearly saying that the Human Torch was denied a bank loan. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Take a card.
Also, Ralph, just so you know, within the notes is the potential for the players, not the characters, the players to make their own personal evidence analysis rolls and shit. So it's like a mod, but with paper. The scary thing is this is only a percentage of the total mods available, depending on where you go and what you do. Because 3 fucking months of prep. It's too much.
I need to take these over to the photocopy in the corner and make Xeroxes.
You hand copy them because they don't have that technology here. But yeah, you can essentially you can do what you want with them. If you want to like take a picture with your computer and save it to your own computer to try to figure out what the fuck it says, or if you want to, you're just gonna have access to them for pretty much the season and stuff, or until it's been solved enough, and then you'll be like, okay, Logan, can you put note number 6 in a place where we won't have to look at it anymore because all the groups have now separately gone and solved this or whatever. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't purposefully obscure these notes.
Say that last part again?
I'm glad I didn't purposefully obscure the notes, like changing letters to ruins or something like that, or runes. Because that would be fucking nightmarish for you guys.
All right. I saved some notes. Let's see here. So most of the ones that caught my interest were the ones from Zyke. Then you've got what's his nuts with the land that he found outside of Beeskin for 50 gold. Did you catch from any of the notes if Hornsby said where he was going next? Wasn't sure if that was part of that one note.
Suddenly, the door bangs open and Elwyn comes in. He looks a bit frantic. Thank goodness you're here still, he says. I need Australians.
Hello, Elwyn.
Hello. I've got a problem. I need your help with it. It's not something I can do. He flicks his ear.
He flicks his ear?
Yeah. I need some of the immortal Australians. And you guys fit that bill perfectly. The ambassador from Frisco is here, and specifically asked tonight to be permitted to dine with the immortal Australians. Governor Bladders has granted this request and is going to be sending a carriage in a couple of hours. We'll get you dressed up and presentable and stuff like that. Can you make it? Can you go? It's just a ambassadorial dinner.
So, Governor Bladders?
That's right. He's the guy who controls the fortress that our embassy butts up against. He's the governor of San Angeles. You're going to be going there. It's just going to be a few people. The ambassador from Westmead, which is from Frisco, she'll be there, as well as the governor, most of the top brass from the military, various dignitaries, a lot of pomp, circumstance, the usual, he says, trying to brush that all under the table. Do you mind if I bring in a tailor to get you some clothes? They can work out while you're going through your papers and such. Is that all right?
Sure.
Thanks a lot. This means a lot to me, he says. You're my guy. He hurries off, looking a bit relieved.
So now what's it worth to him to keep the embassy or lose it on McKay?
After a few minutes, he comes back in with a tailor who essentially takes all your measurements, and they say, we're going to go get your clothes started, the aardvark-headed guy says. We'll come back, get them fitted and whatnot. We're going to alter some already existing clothes. We haven't got time to make all new clothes, but we'll get you done up. Just don't exert a lot of force on the clothes because, they're going to be very fancy. And he goes off to do tailor things. You guys are once again left alone. You've got time, but...
Awesome. He's going to send us into an ambassadorial meeting with high dignitaries and hand-me-downs. Put my straw hat back on.
All the guys who are playing poker, except for the guy who's got his head wrapped up in bandages, he's like, what? He's having trouble hearing and shit.
All right. So let me just check one more thing here.
Let me know when you want me to cut to, but you've got time to do whatever on your notes, and then...
How much time is going to pass before he needs us there?
In-game time, it'll be about 2 hours, and then you're going to have fittings and carriage rides and other things.
Now, I'll ask Elwin if he has any information he can share with me on the governor and the other figureheads that I could bring up later, small talk kind of stuff.
He's not around.
I can tell you all about it.
There you go.
Because the hillbilly with
And how much time did you say?
A couple hours. The door burst open. A sheep-headed guy in very nice clothes comes in and goes, hello.
Howdy.
I'm Drax. I'm your cultural liaison.
Oh yeah, what you going to tell us about all the formalities and all that, what to do, what not to do?
Oh, it's going to be, as far as that sort of thing, it's going to be an absolute minefield. You hear from out in the hall, and by that I mean an enjoyable and pleasant dinner.
Will there be dancing?
No. He nods. Fortunately, it's not that kind of. If it was a ball, then that would be a lot more stuff. I'm here to answer any questions you've got, and then I was told to leave you to your paperwork, and then when it's time to go, I will be escorting you to the chariot, the wagon. Not chariot, a wagon, and then from there we will take you in the wagon. I will be going with you, although I'm going to be on the fringes. I'm not going to be with you in the actual main dinner.
Okay.
So, if you have any questions, you just let me
The
know.
ambassador from Westmead, what was her name?
Her name is her name is Emiliana Deschanel. She's West Median, so of course she speaks West Median. Do you speak West Median? Well, I'm sure she also speaks, Genovian.
What does Genovian sound like?
Like what we're talking now.
No. This is Genovia?
This is the Australian ambassadorial embassy, but it is in San Angeles, which is a colony of Genovia. He just blinks at you like, how do you not know where you are?
Nope.
He just blinks at you with his big sheep eyes.
So the Westmead ambassador.
Yes.
That is Amelia.
No. Emiliana Deschanel. It's better if you pronounce it with a West Median accent, though.
What's that sound like?
I don't know. I don't really speak West Median very well. He tries to say something in West Median. Yeah, let's see. He says, Enchanté.
Bless you.
Thank you. Well, I try to avoid that. Now, keep in mind that because Westmead has invaded Genovia and taken over there, that tensions are running high. And because of the isotrox that are coming in, we may be completely cut off here in the New World. And their colony is better armed and better equipped, so we don't want to antagonize them overly much. Otherwise, it could mean war here in the colonies.
How did the ambassador from Westmead, Emiliana, is she from San Angeles or did she come here from Westmead?
As far as I know, the ambassador came here from Frisco. That's 2 days by ship up the coast.
And
or a couple miserable weeks trudging along the land.
And what is her appearance?
What do you mean?
Does she look like me, or does she look like you?
No, you look like you. I look like me. He looked really confused. Don't worry, you'll be introduced to everybody in the greeting line.
All right. And then Governor Bladders, anything I should know about him?
He's a bit, well, he's taken a lot of hits to the head over his illustrious career. He glares at the 4 guys who are snickering and goes, all of you, go. And they're like, but we have, and he's like, he just glares at them. And they're like, and he says, I could go get Landra and ask him to ask you later. They fuck off.
These are the guys that were playing cards?
Yeah, they're the Freddy Garders. There's different.
Freddy Garders.
Yeah, it's like the job of guarding Barney when the alcohol delivery is made. So there's different levels of guards and personnel here, and the Freddy Garders are the lowest of the low because they have the least amount of work. They only work when Freddy's around. They got one job, and that's to keep anything flammable away from Freddy and make sure he doesn't cause any trouble. And if he does, get somebody else. That's their whole fucking job in life, and they do it poorly. Because there's different levels of abilities of people, and they're at the one end. So if you're wanting anything from them, well, you saw a guy get knocked out by just being around. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know about the Freddy Garders.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't have weapons or anything.
So after they leave, I kind of look at him expectantly. You were saying?
He's a bit confused. We at the embassy are happy he's in the position he is because he's not he's not a strong ruler, but he's somebody between Joshua McKay and rulership, because Joshua McKay is advanced up to 7th in line because he received knighthood and the Order of the Pear. And I'm sure you know all about Genovian pears and their great cultural significance. So
I nod, lying.
He nods back. He assumes you're completely well briefed on all this shit.
So who's number 2 in line?
He goes through a list of different people and whatnot. Next guy is like a more warmongering type general and stuff. So they're interested in.
And are they going to be at this dinner?
Of course.
And the Governor Blades, what's his feeling of the Genovia being a vassal of Westmead now?
Well, I'm not sure if he actually knows it is.
What is his opinion of Westmead?
I'm guessing the same as your friends here. They seem cut from the same stout cloth. He gestures.
Why don't you just?
He gestures at Sway.
What do you think? That doesn't tell me anything.
He nods at you in a significant way. He winks and nods at you in a significant way. He attempts his empathy to see if you're getting what he's laying down. He begins winking eyes alternatively, nodding and making clicking noises, and then gesturing at Swade, and then like nodding at you in a knowing way. He then touches his nose several times and nods at you.
I think he wants to play charades with you, Swade.
He gives up on that. He says, "Wow, it's going to be quite a fun dinner."
Yeah, let's go wreck some international diplomacy, eh?
Let's not and say we didn't.
All right, I need to step away for a minute, use the washroom, get a drink. All right, be right back.
Just so you know, this is like a short aside thing rather than a lengthy mission. I'm not sure if you're actually able to hear me or not.
Okay. Yeah, I think I heard that. You said this is a side.
I'll wait till Ralph gets his headphones on and repeat it. Ralph, I'd mentioned to Jay, this is actually a short aside rather than a lengthy mission. Just FYI.
So we can't stretch it out?
You can if you want, but there's a lot more interesting shit you can do.
We could make this the whole season.
Oh, God. One dinner. God, I would. That'd be a lot of prepping that I begin putting into that one fucking dinner.
No, Emiliana, tell me more. Where did you grow up? What's your favorite color?
Wow.
Does this suit make you look fat? Let's see.
Do you like the notes, Jay?
I don't know.
It's honest.
Yeah, I honestly, I just skimmed them. I was like, at some point, I'm like, stuff like that. I need time to really. Plus, some of the handwriting, you really gotta spend some time reading it and digesting it.
So why don't we just take all the notes with us, and then none of the players get the notes? I'm sure everybody already made copies. I'm sure they're all up to speed and ready to go. Logan's like, no.
Well, a lot of them are ones that I can run multiple times for different groups. So, in fact, some of them are ones that you may. Well, no, I don't want to give anything away. But there's some interesting shit in there.
I want to invest in the giant metal spider.
We all do. Is Vince coming back, or should I just start?
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah.
can hear him, but he's got to reactivate it. Oh, there he goes.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
For some reason, the camera wouldn't toggle back, so I had to refresh.
That's what you get. That's what you get for playing with the camera. Okay. Let's see. You guys end up getting nice and dressed up, or wait, yeah, do you want me to just cut too?
Yeah, unless these two have something specific, we'll get dressed and
Is this the same day, or?
Yeah, just a couple hours later.
Yeah, we were getting fitted for clothes, and then a couple hours later, we were supposed to be at
By the
that.
way, I still have my gills, so.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of people are very freaked out by this. They end up they give him like a really fucking high collar to cover that shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good. So at least we can keep him with us. I thought we might have to like put a bag over his head.
Yeah, no, get like one of those cones that dogs get after they have a
Lone cone.
Take a card, Vince, but the tailor disregards your suggestion. And you guys all have somewhere between a suit and a military uniform with the Australian flag on the breast. And you get taken by carriage.
The Australian flag is on the breast of
everybody's suits. Yeah, you guys are all Australian. They have Australian flags flying everywhere here in the Australian embassy. It's like their logo or something.
Oh, okay. I thought they just called it that. I didn't realize it had flags flying and all that. So there's flags actually tied to or sewn to the suit, you said?
Oh, yeah. There's a huge amount of national pride in Australia, which is kind of a weird thing for your character. But, for everybody else, they're like, yeah, whatever. And I mean, you're used to people.
I find it all very nostalgic and comforting and all that. I just, from past descriptions, I didn't realize they were using the flag and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had Pete to go off of, and so he filled him in on all that because he actually knows what it looks like, as opposed to an American going, I think it's got some stars. Put some stars on it. Anyway.
I think Paul Hogan's on it.
Right. So what happens is the carriage pulls away, goes through the grounds of the embassy, out of the embassy, along the grounds, and then it goes over to a big gate of the fortress, which is not very far away, and then through a big S-type curve in the fortress, like the killing fields of the fortress type thing, if somebody's trying to break in. And then it pulls up to... It's not, the fortress itself isn't really castle as much as palace on the inside. On the outside, they have the big scary walls that are really tall. But on the inside, it's not really built up into like proper castle type buildings and stuff. It's more of like, this is where people live and work and stuff. This is where like the people who run the government work and the people who head the government live. So lots of guards everywhere. Nobody's carrying weapons or anything like that, I'm assuming. And the suits are super tight and uncomfortable. No problem. Drax tells you that he will give instructions to the coach driver, and you should go on in and into, there'll be a line inside, the greeting line he calls it. And they will announce you and all that. He is seen to the coach. On the way in, you guys are accosted by a lady ferret-headed reporter who has her own photographer with her. She's like, I'm Neva Cooper with the San Angeles Star. What do you think of the West Medians?
Ack.
Can I quote you on that?
She's got a camera with her?
Cameraman. It's a box camera with the phosphate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Can I get a picture, please? He says. All right. And she says, does it disturb you that Frisco is only 2 days sail away?
Well, it's always been 2 days away, honey, I say as I walk past.
No problem. She's doing the backing up and talking to you thing, and she says, "How do you think the situation in Genovia will affect the colony here?"
I think the price of mayonnaise is going to go up soon.
She writes it down, and she says, "Will you submit to Westmead rule?"
Well, I think we could all just get along. Yep.
What's your name, please?
Oh, I'm Wrestling Red. Hey, what's your name again?
She says, "Neva Cooper, San Angelo Star."
Oh, all right. I'll make sure to read your column, Neva.
No problem. The photographer has the latest Tinatype camera. It's only 30 seconds exposure time needed for a picture. Hey. You guys pass through various rhino-headed guards who do not tell you who you are not, which is refreshing and weird, into newly renovated fortress. For some reason, it looks like a lot of new construction in here. Who knows why? Inside, there's large numbers of servants, wine servers, butlers, etc. There's a lot of high-ranking muckety-mucks I'm skipping the fuck over. They also have a minstrel gallery. Is everybody familiar with the minstrel gallery? Okay. He's nodding like he is. Vince, I know you don't know what a minstrel gallery is.
I point to
Minstrels are like kind of like a weasel almost. No, wait. Ah! Wait.
No, I think you're thinking of a shrew.
It's only half my genetics. You realize that?
Okay, Vince?
No, Vince.
No, it's really
the minstrel is what happens to the women folk once a month.
Okay, I'm just going to die now.
Oh, man, you must be a proud parent.
I point to the balcony overlooking the room.
Yeah, I think he's taking his headphones off and is hiding under his desk now. So anyway, that's what happens to women. All right, you guys get introduced to Governor Bladders. He's a hippo-headed guy, and he's like, what? Well, he looks at the logo and he goes, "We gave him a good kicking, eh? What?"
All right. So is this just like there's a lineup? There's like 3 or 4 people in a line that you just go down and meet?
There's like 30 or 40 people that you're shaking hands with after you get announced, and your names get announced, and then you go down the line going, "Hello, hello," and everybody shakes hands and continues down, and you get like 10 seconds with each person type thing.
Oh, when I meet them, I shake their hands, I give them a kiss on the cheek, and then I go to the next person.
All right, they're like, "Oh, that's very very West Median of you."
So we beat the hippo. Who's next?
Wow. His wife is Melwyn Blatter. She's a rabbit-headed lady, and she's like, "I do hope nothing else crashes into the fortress. It took ages to get the correct curtains." Oh, for young Vince's education, minstrels are people who play music. Okay. Are you frozen? Yeah, he's totally frozen. That's why he's grayed out.
He fell over his desk and kicked something.
Yeah, he did. Moving on. The assistant.
He's got to reboot. So
Got it. This is what happens when you don't know what a minstrel is. You have to
because
reboot.
he made fun of Jason earlier. That's why he made fun of Jason. Now he's pulling his head up his ass.
Mm-hmm. The assistant to governor is named Mika Pollard. He's a sheep-headed, kind of greasy guy. He's give me current events roles.
You said he's an assistant?
To the governor, but he's still high enough in the ranking to be in the meeting line.
I'm sorry, what role did you ask for?
Current events.
Yep. Or you could use politics if you've got that better. It's current events of this zone.
Is that like a right skill?
Probably. You want to go for politics?
I don't get it.
Just mash the learn button. You'll get a check. Yeah. They have no fucking clue who this asshole is. Anyway, you continue on. The Frisco ambassador is a fox-headed lady with a right.
Fumble etiquette roll.
You see Suede kissing them on the cheek, and so when you get to the lady, you just right on the lips, and she looks a bit shocked.
I'll do it.
Give me a seduction roll there, Wrestling.
I stole my thunder. That's what I was waiting for.
Let's see if I got a reroll or anything useful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd probably be a good thing. Yeah. I mean, right now you're using lots of tongue and everything, and doing
no reroll. What was the second one you asked for?
Seduction. This is the trying to save it. She looks a bit flushed and goes, "Oh my."
Who is this now that he's making
the ambassador? Her name is Emiliana Deschanel. She's a fox-headed lady.
You stole my thunder. That's what I was going for. That's why I started kissing her on the cheek.
Got it. Sorry.
I figure he knows what he's doing with these blokes.
She's here.
Oh, sorry about that, love. I thought that's how you did it over there.
She says.
That's how they do it everywhere, huh? I kind of nudge her.
She has a lady, horse-headed lady with her who looks like really just like she'd like to rip your arms off type person. Appears to be her bodyguard.
Yeah. Sorry, Brad. I'm your wingman. I go up and I go to kiss the horse.
She's like, she says something angry in French to you. Give me a French roll. She's physically restraining your kissy kiss. He's trying to lick her. People are like stopping what they're doing up and down the line.
Sorry, what did you want? Empathy? What?
French.
Huh?
French.
I don't even
know what she's saying.
I'm missing some.
Sacre bleu.
Wow.
Hang on here. My screens are all jackaloped up here. Here, let's go learn. I am close.
Got it. All right. Yeah, she's so angry.
Dude. Oh, she's her wingman. I get it. All right. Yeah. I'll just meet you at the bar later. All right.
There's a lot of murmuring and stuff going on. Empathy rolls. You also see the sheep-headed guy coming in, and he's seeing what's going on, and he's going,
right. Loosen up that top button. It's getting hot in here.
International incident. Check. Didn't even make it to the fucking dinner thing you're thinking. You're kind of wishing there's another door.
Critical.
Vince, yeah, you can tell that the fox-headed lady that Rasslin Rad was French kissing, she's got strange feelings that she's currently trying to deal with and keep her professional veneer. Anyway.
Now the fox-head lady, you said that one was the Emiliana?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know if Rasslin Rad has a thing about furries, but, it may come up in the future.
They only have furries.
There's also the head of the military here. You get introduced to. He's an elephant-headed guy, and he's saying something to a lemur-headed lady. Give me listen rolls. He's kind of having a murmured conversation with her as you're drawing closer to shake hands and shit.
Really made it.
He says, I was told wearing my elf skin ammo belt here would be inappropriate. And she's like, quite possibly, sir. And then
what was the elephant head guy? What did you say his name was again?
Zaduk Hamham. The look on Jay's face, of course it is. Hello, Hamham.
You know what they say about elves, don't you, Ham? The only good elf is a dead elf.
I like the cut of your jib, he says. Well done. He claps you on the shoulder, tells you you're a good fellow, and I'm pleased to have fought along with the Australians in the great siege of those bastards when they came to rip apart our town. Did you know that I was in command when Alex Kinley himself was fighting? Rough.
Move on.
All right. He seems to have bonded with somebody. Okay. Eventually, the meal comes. Everybody give me etiquette rolls. There is all kinds of extra silverware, bowls, plates stacked on other plates.
I grabbed the biggest spoon.
Okay.
Mashed potato bowl.
Wrestling Rad sees
I grab the mashed potato bowl. I hold it up for him to take a serving out of.
You guys are doing that. These servers like, sir, give me
more.
No, that's no.
Hold on, wait your turn, I say.
Sway's the only one who's eating appropriate. Just so you know, they first starts off with zucchini fritters, and then they have grapes cut in half with cheese in between on a little wooden skewer.
That's way too fancy.
Oh my God, it's so good. And then there's soup, and it's pumpkin spice. And people are like, oh, you guys are also
at each other while we're slurping.
Yeah, you guys are fairly spread out because they wanted to give everybody a chance to be near the Australians, not realizing.
What we're doing right now, it's totally the time period too. This is totally the scene from My Name is Trinity.
Yes.
Remember him and his partner when they're eating at the restaurant? We're just totally making noise and eating like savages. We're like
exactly
at each other.
Viga. Got me some taters.
I take my spoon and I just
give me a throw roll, give me a catch roll.
How about a dodge roll?
Well, you made your etiquette. You don't have to if you don't want to. He goes up. It shows like a guy walking by the soup tureen in the background.
All right, 2 points.
People are pretty much done with their conversations. They're keeping an eye on you guys.
Right. Sorry, Logan, say again.
Most of the people in the area have gone to warily keeping an eye on you guys because whatever they were talking about is less interesting than just watching you guys. You guys, everybody give me a spot at half as you are busy doing your own thing.
by quarter.
Ooh.
We want to be the ones they want to party with.
That's right.
This is
We're
the wrong
having some
crowd
fun
for
now,
that.
aren't we? Yeah, we are laughing.
Let's see here. Now, keep in mind, Vince, you are not sitting next to either of these guys. There's multiple people between you and the other guys, okay?